Don't forget, 7:20 this morning, believe it or not, the paranormal edition.
We're officially in October, guys. So we do this every year now in the month of October. When we hear your unbelievable but true stories, they have to do with the paranormal. And then as one texter says, then Ryan's going to poo-poo it and tell people, you really believe that happened to you? So no poo-pooing Ryan Chase on the believe it or not paranormal
we'll keep
stories.
him in line.
Yeah. So y'all hang out for that. Plus, don't forget, 8:13 this morning is your first chance of the day to get into the KRBE special screening of Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour. We are going to relive the concert experience for you in our fun screening, friendship bracelets, Swiftie selfies, all singing and dancing, maybe a special guest. Who knows? 8:13 is your first chance. Oh, my God. Is that the guy's laugh from Roses yesterday? Tommy. Turkey Tom.
That's scarier than another laugh you
I'm a
had.
man, not a turkey.
Turkey Tom. So y'all hang out. We're having a fun show. Let's go with this now. Here we go.
104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension is a... All right, let's hit it.
Now time for Rule and Ryan's prank call.
All right, Special K has left us a prank call this morning.
You go to krbe.com. You find out, you get more information there. You can contact him. It's krbe.com/prank call requests. He'll get with you and find out what's the deal. Who do you want to prank? Why do you want to prank him? What's the idea? What are we going to do? What's your name?
Hey guys, this is Katie. I wanted to set up my husband on a prank call. He is an avid fisherman who fishes down in Galveston a couple times a weekend, and he has a neighborhood that he likes to fish at, but he's not technically supposed to park there. He is friends with the homeowners there, and he tries to be polite and respectful, but I think it would be great if someone from the HOA called him and complained about his truck being parked in this neighborhood.
What is he catching?
He typically catches trout, redfish, sometimes flounder. So
Is he successful, and how does he carry them home? In a cooler?
he is very successful, yes. And when he brings them home, he brings them home in a cooler, yes.
And he would hate for anyone to find out his honey hole.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing you told me I should not do is use the voices of what?
Don't use Beauregard, Troubadour, or Bryce.
Why is that?
Because I have told him about some of your other prank calls. My daughter and I listen to you every single morning on the way. This was actually her idea. She's 8 years old. Her name is Aria. So she's the one who really wanted to prank him. I have imitated those voices to him when talking about your prank calls, so he might catch on to that.
And what would Bryce sound like doing this prank call?
Hey, this is Bryce, and you can't really be parking there.
I love it. All right, I won't use that one.
Okay.
Now, he actually did not pick up the phone when I initially called him, but he did call me back, so let's pick it up here. Good morning. This is Richard Hunt from the Homeowners Association.
Hey, good morning, Reggie. This is Jason. How are you? I missed your call just a minute ago about a parking tag.
Yes, sir. We're getting folks tagged up for parking illegally and fishing in our neighborhood. And we ran your tag, and it ran back to this phone number, so we wanted to follow up on that.
Yes, it's my coworker that has the house. I can't recall the address.
That's okay, and it doesn't really matter because, if you don't live here, we could just work out an agreement. It's a 3-tiered system, so you can park here in our neighborhood. What kind of fish you catching?
Trout, redfish, and flounder.
Wow, okay. I do love a good trout, and I'd appreciate you dropping off a few on the way out, if that'd be okay.
I'm down with that. Absolutely.
All right, I do like to broil them with mayonnaise and taters.
What?
Yes, sir. Perhaps you can show me that honey hole that you're working with there. And I'm sorry, I mean the fishing spot. A honey hole is a fishing spot. I didn't want you to think I was being weird.
Is this a joke?
No, sir. My name is Richard Hunt, calling from Homeowners Association.
Okay.
Okay, now I've seen you in the waders. Y'all using waders over there to walk into the water?
Yeah.
Okay, I do have a pool clog. A raccoon got sucked into the drain. I'd see if you'd consider tossing one of your fishing hooks in there and snatching them out.
No.
Maybe Miss Katie could help you out with that?
That That sounds about right.
Yes, sir. What do you think she's done here?
That's pretty good.
I feel like I almost had you.
Yeah. You did good.
Love to get one of those trouts.
Yeah. Boil them in the mayonnaise. I was like, no, this is dope.
And taters.
And taters.
Oh, yes. Well, Katie reached out to me. My name is Special K.
Yeah, I heard you. Very cool.
I'm from KRBE, the Roulette and Ryan Show. And she thought that this would completely make sense if you're parking and fishing.
Yeah, it absolutely fit. You did pretty good.
Thank you. Do you have a message for Katie who set this all up today?
Thank you, babe, and I love you.
Oh, how sweet. Just like your daughter who was in on this aria. Got to give her some love. Wish you a happy birthday. And then can you say, Special K pranked me on the Roulette and Ryan Show?
Special K pranked me on the Roulette and Ryan Show.
All right, mysterious angler. I will let you go and enjoy
Thanks,
your
man.
honey hole.
All right.
I need to find out where the honey hole is, and I'm going to go fish
where is
there.
that little
Honey
secret
hole?
fishing
Because my
spot?
brother-in-law, he goes all the time. He's got a boat down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll get maybe a couple fish. Or, this guy's done, he just goes to a honey hole and gets it. He doesn't spend $60,000 on a boat. So I'm like, I could do this.
I never knew what a honey hole
secret
was.
beaches,
Yeah, I need
secret
to
fishing
find
holes.
I need to find
I'd rather
this
be on the
place.
boat and just lay there. I like to be like,
Yeah,
I think they're
that's
called
just-
mermaids. Like you just lay on the boat.
I'm looking
Is
for
that what it-
mermaids.
I think that's what it's called.
Okay, you know
Where
what I
you just
still
hang
haven't
out? It's called
done?
a
I just
Yes.
Googled it. There's a honey hole in Post Oaks Shopping Center.
How the hell am I going
What?
to fish there?
What?
Are you talking
As
about
a
a prostitution
restaurant or
ring?
I
what?
don't think
Is
that
that
No,
one
it's
legit?
a store. It's a restaurant, the Honey Hole.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
that's
even know.
Cute.
I Googled the honey hole or honey hole.
Well, why?
'Cause I'd
What
never
did you
heard-
think was going to come up when you Googled that, Ryan?
Well, I just-
can only. You're lucky it was just a restaurant.
Yeah, honey holes. They're not going to, because it's like a secret place where people have.
Yeah, people don't
See, I was
list.
never a fisherman,
and they
so I
don't
didn't
even
know what
call
it
it
Or it's
that.
even, they even call it like bourbons. Like I have my honey hole where I can get the best bourbons
Oh.
that I don't want to tell anybody about. It's basically the place you
Right.
get stuff that you don't want others
Secret
to know
place.
about,
It's like my
which is a bad
Secret
business
Houston.
model for the business.
Yeah. Hey, we don't want anybody to know.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
Secret. Only the cool kids
don't
know.
wanna
What do
make-
they serve
you
at the
don't wanna
honey
make money.
hole?
Oh, let's find out.
Cinnamon buns,
Is it like all like
honey
infused?
Right?
No,
Should
it
we
looks
go
like a
there
fancy restaurant.
afterwards? Ooh.
and tea.
Oh,
Fence
let's-
Daddy's paying for
let's
this.
order-
Here we
No,
go,
no,
Ryan.
he's not.
You paying for this? All right.
Oh, wow.
What is it? What give us a
Smoked
name.
salmon toast, coffee cinnamon rolls,
Yum.
sunrise toast, funnel cake
Is it like a
fries.
breakfast place? Sounds like a breakfast place.
I think this is the breakfast menu right now,
Funnel cake
but it's got
fries.
everything else: lobster and grits, chicken
What kind of
funnel
fries you
cakes,
said?
pork chops and eggs, peach cobbler
That's a heavy
pancakes,
breakfast.
This sounds different.
stuffed French toast.
Where's this at?
Post Oak Shopping Center, right there in the Galleria area.
I've never heard of this place.
Squid
Post Oak
ink
Shopping Center,
pasta,
There's a lot of those.
Ugh,
which
squid ink?
corner?
Tuscan chicken pasta, ooh, mac and
Man, he's giving us
cheese.
half information again.
Yeah, where is
Are
this?
you dreaming?
No, I'm
is
not
this
dreaming.
real? Is this real life?
If y'all want to go get with somebody, get with Special K to prank call somebody, go to krbe.com/prank call requests, and that's where
Someone
you
said
can take
Special
care
K
of
needs to
that.
go in the mystery box when he gets back from Mexico for his fail of a prank call.
of a prank call.
I always notice that whenever he goes on a
He's really in
vacation,
a hurry,
He
man.
must be in a hurry. He's like, oh, just
Yeah.
take this one, guys.
Oh, yeah,
Here you
yeah.
go.
This is only a minute long. It's got a
He's
lot
like,
of
I didn't
bad
really have
edits in
time
it.
to sit there and try and find the gears. Let's just go on from
You're going to
that.
tell, please say this is a prank call.
Okay, y'all, y'all can reach out to us right now live.
Man, I can hear those chops.
Y'all can reach
You
out
are
to
the
us.
funniest prank caller in the world.
Insert
probably listening.
Special K line here.
Wait for him to
It is the
text
month of
you.
October, guys, which means we are focusing on your scary stories for Believe It or Not. We often get stories of the paranormal or something that was really creepy or maybe not creepy, but maybe soothing. People don't believe you. Call us at 713-390-KRBE. Tell us a story that has to do with the paranormal for Believe It or Not, and we will see if we believe you. Well, I always believe you. Some other people don't.
Skeptical.
Always. We'll talk to you next on the Rule and Ryan Show.
Believe it or not, the stories are true. Don't ever let anyone try to bullshit you. Either you could be dead, nearly chopped off your head, Rule of Ryan Show. Believe it or not, Eric's got beef. If you text him, he'll fire back. Personally offended.
Yeah, this is true. Hey, screw you, dude. And now I'm trying to answer the phones, too, so I'm trying to do both at the same time because the mod's on vacation.
Really
Ask him
yell
to
at
spin more than one plate. He
Trying
can't
to be
spin more
on,
than
trying to
one
do all this
plate.
stuff.
But
so.
we are trying to focus on the paranormal right now.
It's
in the
October,
month of
guys.
October.
We do this every year, and it's really fun because a lot of people just through the year have stories like this, but we like to focus all
the
those stories in this
spooky,
month.
unexplainable things.
We even have the music behind.
Ooh, turn that up.
Do I hear it? All right, we're going to start with Tim, 713-390-KRBE. Good morning, Tim. Welcome to Believe It or Not.
Good morning.
Ooh, good morning, Tim. You've even got that imposing
Hello,
voice.
sexy.
Hello.
Let's get that in.
Oh, Eric's got a fear
I don't know if I'm
boner.
scared or if I'm turned on. What's happening over here?
Whoa. That's why I wanted him to go first.
Okay. Okay, Tim. Tell us your story, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. So many years ago, my wife and I, we got married. She had a 2-year-old daughter. We were looking for a small house in the country to rent. We had a friend who was in our house who was going to be moving soon. He said, hey, you should try this place out. Nice house, nice location, yada, yada. So we did. It was just he and his wife, 2-bedroom house, so they only had one bedroom open. When I met the landlord, I said, we got to open a second bedroom for my daughter, or we can't take the house. She said, well, I kind of hate to. My father actually passed away in the house. My mother lost her mind and ambled out in the yard and froze to death in the front yard.
Oh my
All her-
gosh.
This was many years before that. But all of her things are in that bedroom. We don't have a place to store them. I said, I can't take the house without 2 bedrooms. I need one for my daughter. So she said, we'll get it out in a couple of weeks. So we went ahead and moved in. Everything was great. They came to empty that room out, and I kid you not, when they unlocked the door, you could feel the chill come through the rest of the house.
Ooh.
Just an
What
eerie
is it they
feeling
always
that went
say?
over all of us.
It's always
I'm
like
sorry?
they always say it's like a really cold air.
It was.
energy.
It was really cold there.
Your back of
It
your
went
neck
from wearing
hairs.
short sleeve shirts in there to you wearing sweatshirts. Weird, we knew, but not a lot of properties to get. So we thought, well, maybe imagination or whatever. We were young and dumb.
Sure.
So
And then?
my daughter moved into the room. We instantly started having nightmares. When I say we, I would have them. My wife would have them. My daughter would wake up in the middle of the night screaming. We'd have to go get her. Something she'd never done because she slept really well.
Can I ask real quick, Tim, how old did you say your daughter was at the time?
She was 2 at the time.
2 years old, and she's in the creepy cold room. Whoa. Okay. So y'all
Young
start
and
having
dumb, Riz. I
nightmares.
told you, young and dumb.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, you had to do what you had to do, but oh
we're
man.
gonna stay in the other one. No one died there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be like, this baby girl's sleeping right here
my
between
children
us.
love horror movies now, so it paid off dividends in the end.
Anything else happen?
But lots of stuff happened. There'd be things that would move around in the living room. We'd have pillows on the couch where we'd lay and watch TV. The next morning, they'd be in different spots. Did you move this? No, I didn't. Well, Amber must have. I didn't. Well, you didn't know. She's 2-year-old. There was no shower, but there were tubs. So, if you ever had to take a shower, a bath in a tub, you'd lay down and wash your hair. Every time we did that, it was a weird feeling that came over you that somebody was standing watching you, so you jump up and look. Nobody would ever do that.
Oh, I don't like that. Oh, no.
Stop it. Oh, God. How long did this go on for, Tim, before either y'all bailed out or it stopped? Did it stop?
Well, I'll tell you what drove us out. The lady had a curio cabinet, the lady being the mother who had lived there. Her
Right.
daughter now owned the house, and she had trinkets and whatnots and things on a shelf in there, little figurines. We were worried about my daughter breaking them, so my wife moved them to an upper shelf and put some of her things on the bottom shelf. Did that during the day. We had dinner, did all the things you do, went to bed, got up the next day. All these trinkets had swapped places. My wife's were on the upper shelf. The ladies were back on the bottom shelf where she had left them when she walked out in the yard to freeze to death that time. My wife asked me, she said, did you move these? I said, no, I didn't move these. She said, you had to. I said, I did not move these. I tell you, what do you want to do? She said, I want to get the hell out. So we found a place, and we actually moved in with her mother until we could find another house to live in.
Was that scarier?
Oh.
Yeah.
It was horrible, Eric. Horrible.
I'll go back to the ghost. No
How
mother-in-law.
much time total, Tim, did y'all spend in that house?
About 2.5 months.
2.5 months.
it?
That's
Whoa.
You had to break the lease. You had to really, man.
And when you
Well,
wanted
this
to
was-
get out, did the family understand, or they give you grief? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. None of that's happening.
No, they didn't give us any grief about it. She kind of looked. The lady was a little thin on brains, it appeared like. So it was almost like she expected it. But they didn't give us any grief. And this was 36 years ago. So at least
Wow.
there wasn't a lease we signed. It was word to mouth. You know, we're going to take it, and this was the rent.
Sure,
Okay,
sure,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
right then. Damn,
We got
dude.
out quick.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Whoa. I have chills. I have chills.
When I'm talking about these figurines, I'm not talking one or two. There were probably 10 or 15.
Oh, wow.
But each one was placed back on the bottom shelf just exactly like they were when we moved in. And that's what put us out.
Whoa,
Interesting.
creepy.
And we laugh
Well,
about it
Tim,
now. My daughters, of course, they don't remember it, but when we tell the story, they get all big-eyed and, oh, yeah.
They get big eyes.
Yeah.
You got them do it.
You brought it with that one, Tim. Thanks for sharing your creepy paranormal
I
story.
really
here.
get to talk
Believe
to
it or not,
Reagan because those stories when you're a kid. Raising kids can see ghosts. They can see things when they're little.
Reagan has a very October name. That's the name of the character in The Exorcist.
Oh, it is?
Reagan.
It spells like that too.
Oh, really?
Oh, Reagan,
okay.
bring us your story here on Believe It or Not. Good morning.
R-E-G-A-N.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened when you were a little kid?
Okay, so I was probably 12, and I apologize. My voice is not as good as the prior story.
It's Tim. Did you do it as a deep voice? Can you do that? Oh, yeah, that's right.
A long time ago, 35 years ago. Just kidding. Like 20 years ago when I was 12, my mother lives in Virginia. So I went up there to visit her with my little brother, and her best friend Joy were living in a really old house at Virginia Beach. So the first, before we even went in there, she picked us up from the airport, and she was like, okay, kids, I have to let you know, our house is a little bit haunted. Every morning at 9 in the morning, the cabinets bang. And we were like,
Oh, gosh.
you should have told us that before we came. So,
Yeah.
and she was convinced. She was like, it's a guy. We named him Brian, blah, blah, blah. So we were just like, ha, okay, Mom. So we get there. I didn't feel anything weird. There was no chill, nothing strange. And then, we got to talking about it later on, and she was like, yeah, Joy's son said that it's a woman, but I don't believe him. And I was like, okay, blah, blah, blah. So we go to bed. We wake up really early because she has to go to work, and sure enough, at 9, the cabinets start banging. And, we were talking, and, this was back in the day, so the MTV music videos were on early in the morning, and, it just felt like it was dead silent. All you could hear was the cabinets opening and shutting. And, we're not connected to any other houses, so it wasn't, something...
Yeah, like a
construction
train going by.
or
Or
somebody.
Sure. There's no
Yeah.
explanation. You can't explain it away.
Right. So we were like, okay, that was really creepy. Okay, we believe you now. So we left the house, and she goes, bye, Brian, like she says bye to the ghost. And so later that night, yeah. Right. So later that night, we're sleeping. I'm sleeping on the floor of her room, which has a Jack and Jill bathroom. So Joy's bedroom is across the hall, but the rooms connect by the bathroom.
Okay.
So I'm asleep on the floor on the air mattress, and it's late. My mom and my brother are already sleeping. So Joy comes in the room, and she's like, hey, I need to go use the restroom. Sorry for waking you. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. So she goes in the bathroom through our bedroom and shuts the door, locks it. So in the morning, I tell my mom, hey, did Joy lock herself out of the bathroom or something? Because, she came in through our bedroom last night, haha, laughing. And my mom was like, Joy is out of town.
What?
Oh, gosh.
That wasn't
So-
Joy?
What?
That was somebody else?
It was not Joy. Joy was out of town.
What?
So, yeah, there's a story.
Yeah, well, who was this person?
No.
It sounded
I
like
don't
Joy.
know,
You saw the figure of Joy, or were you half asleep?
man.
How did you not
Yes.
realize it was not Joy?
Because I was asleep and the lights were out, and she just came in. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to get into the bathroom." I didn't question it because she was a woman. She was blonde. It just looked like Joy, I guess, if you're half asleep.
And you told me,
Yeah.
So I just
But she wasn't translucent or anything.
did you hear her pee?
no. She was a full-bodied person.
Okay, and then so who is that person? If it wasn't Joy,
Did you hear
Was
her?
the dude posed in the cabinets?
I know she said it's a woman.
I have no idea.
So you told your
Yeah,
family
there's
this.
the second part.
Did they believe you? Because you said a year later something happened then, right?
Yes. My mom believed me. She thought that was super creepy. The rest of our stay, nothing else really happened except the cabinets every morning at 9. But
Yeah.
I want to say a year later, my mom moved out, and she rented her room to someone else. And she got a call from this guy, and he said that he woke up in the middle of the night because a woman came into his room and looked just like Joy. So at first he started, talking to her like, hey, what are you doing in my room? And it wasn't her. So he saw the same figure that came in, but he was like older and had like a conversation with her. I don't remember the details, but apparently she
Hey,
said,
baby, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Do you think it could be like somebody living in the attic, like a squatter?
Yeah, maybe you got like a
Right,
freeloader.
No, I think it's a ghost.
Bugging.
Yeah, because I'm
It's
thinking
a ghost.
maybe
You guys saw ghost. The same ghost.
that's weird.
No doubt.
So, yeah, the same goes. My mom called me and she told me, and I remember that. It's like such a core memory because I was shaken. That's when the chills happened.
Oh, yeah.
Was when my mom said that.
Ooh.
It just blew me away.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Especially little kids seeing ghosts. Hey, talk to Kimmy real quick because she saw
Hi, Kimmy.
her
Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show.
grandfather
It's,
after he passed away.
Oh,
like
wow.
like
believe
right
it or
after.
not, the paranormal. What you got, Kimmy? Good morning.
Kimmy, so you saw your grandpa after he died?
Yeah, so I was living in California at the time, and my grandfather was in the hospital in Missouri. And we were at one of my mom's friends' houses. Sorry, I was like 14, 15, 16, somewhere around there. And we turned on the TV, and it was all staticky, so he turned it back off. And then it turned itself back on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And we went over.
Staticky?
Poltergeist.
Yeah, and it was still staticky, so we went over, turned it back off, and it did it again. So we turned it off, and then we're just sitting at the table, and all of the lights in the trailer, they all go like really dim. They don't like turn off, but they go really dim, and then they like get super super bright, like where it's almost like gonna explode.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And yeah,
Whoa.
and yeah, it was crazy. And then they got normal, and the friend's house we were at, Sheila had a brother that passed away like a while ago, and so my mom was like, "Hey, Mike, is that you?" And then she goes, "Or is it you, Dad?" And then right after she said that, my aunt called my mom and was like, "Hey, Dad just passed away."
Oh.
And so I'm crying because I'd only got to meet him once. And so I go outside and I'm like talking on the phone with my friend about, my grandfather. I didn't know much about him. And then all of a sudden I just felt like something standing next to me. And I turn my head and I see my grandfather there in his military uniform, which I didn't know he was in the military. And he had a white, like his hair was white. And it was like a flat top cut like they do in the military. And I didn't know he had white hair since he was since he was 20. And so I went and I told my mom, and I was like, "I think I just saw Grandpa." And I told her what he was wearing. She goes, "Yeah, he was in the military, and he's had white hair since he was in his 20s."
Wow. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was crazy.
Did he say anything to you, or you just saw him standing there?
I just saw him standing there, and then I just felt like a relief, like he's okay.
Oh. Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's really,
so I believe in that type of stuff. I remember, Ryan, you had a story that where
me too.
your was your aunt?
Yeah, I
after
had
your
it.
dad died.
My dad died at 8:12 at night on Christmas, and we'd had a distant relative who'd been in a coma, and she was coming out of it at the exact same moment that my dad was dying, and she was mentioning all these people that had passed away in her life, like her father and her brother, and then
She saw
and she goes, "Denny, what are you doing here?" My dad's name was Dennis, and then that was the exact moment my dad died.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the exact
That's
same
creepy.
time. Isn't that crazy?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, we continue on with the October spooky stories. That's what we're going to do all October for Believe It or Not. It's the stories of the paranormal. I can't say that word.
Paranormal.
Paranormal. Or, like spiritual happenings and not everything is a coincidence, guys. Not everything is one of these one-offs. Something is all connected. 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone for the listener line.
I'm pleased to introduce Rula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
It is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. It is October the 6th today, the first Friday of October. And next Friday will be the 13th. Ooh, Friday the 13th. Now, you would think that for scary movie fans, they'd be like, yes, I'm going to watch scary movies. Remember, Exorcist was supposed to come out next weekend, but it's not. It's coming out today because it's scared.
Oh, yeah, they
of
bumped it
Taylor
up.
Swift.
Actually, that's just smart. They should anyway.
That is genius.
Try and get
Time to build up.
try and get
Yeah.
as many weeks as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
leading up to Halloween.
the new Exorcist movie is out today. It was supposed to. It's called The Exorcist Believer. Supposed to come out next weekend, but because Taylor Swift released that she's going to be releasing the Eras Tour in the cinemas across the nation on the 13th, they were like, "Yeah, no, we're not going to compete with that." And if you saw the original Exorcist, which many people are traumatized still just from the music,
Which came out like 50 years ago.
yeah. The actress Ellen Burstyn played the mother of Regan, who gets possessed by the devil. And Ellen Burstyn was asked, according to the director, David Gordon Green, would you like to be part of this? And she said, hell no. They ended up talking about the intention of the story and that he was trying to tell and how he wanted to go about it. They had a great collaboration, and he's very proud to have worked with her. The Exorcist Believer is in theaters today, so if you love scary movies, it's all about you this weekend. Next weekend, it's all about Taylor, which, by the way, at 8:13 this morning, that is your first chance to get into the KRBE Taylor Swift Eras Tour screening. It is going to be like reliving the Eras Tour here at NRG Stadium, Friendship Bracelet, Swiftie Selfie Station, singing, dancing. It's going to be really fun. Wear your favorite Eras outfit. Great costume, by the way. If you're going to be with a group of friends, you'll be the different Taylors for Halloween. And 8:13, 10:13, and 3:13 today. Your chance to get into the KRBE screening of the Eras Tour opening next weekend. Okay, here's something else scary. What happened to Ryan's McRibs?
My McRibs.
I know.
That's Eric's
If I've
favorite
been a little
sandwich.
quiet this morning, it's because, last week I took a fall and
Where'd you fall?
Stairs. You remember?
Like the one when you fell up the stairs?
Yeah, but I went boom, 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 boom down the stairs. And
Okay, because I thought you said you went up the stairs.
you have a house with
you
the
fell
stair-
up,
really narrow
but
stairs.
this time you fell down.
And you fell a few times on those stairs. 'cause
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
You trip on the.
just trip, coming in from,
So what
whatever.
happened then?
It just seems to be getting worse, the pain in my ribs. So, I went to like a kind of a doc in the box, just got a quick little x-ray, and I'm like, you got 3 broken ribs. But it just
You
seems,
broke 3 ribs falling down your stairs?
yeah, and it just feels like it's getting worse right now. And it's like I'm having a hard time
I've
breathing.
noticed, like, during the show, people, obviously it's radio, you can't see it.
Can't
but
see.
Right,
You're missing a lot, and it's hard for you to breathe.
I can't breathe
Can
very
they do,
well.
What can they do for
what
that?
did they
I
tell
don't know.
you?
I want to go to a
the
doctor
solution
right now.
is?
If anybody's a doctor and you're listening right now,
What should he do? Can you do
should
anything
I
for
be
ribs? Or
doing?
do you just have
Well,
to
wait,
rub it?
what
don't
did
think
they
there's
tell you,
anything
Ryan, at the x-ray?
There's nothing
when they
you
tell
can
you
do.
have 3 broken ribs, don't they give you
they
like
were
a
just
solution?
cracked. They were just cracked. But I feel like I've done something worse to them since then. So it's like I don't know what's going on. And
Well, I mean,
the pain,
Listen, I think that you should then dismiss yourself and go somewhere because a doctor can't just call us and say,
No, I
Ryan, I
know.
can tell what's happening with you through the radio.
I'm
That's
parking my
reason to
butt
look
over
at
to
you.
a doctor. I just need to find the right kind of doctor to go to. Like a,
Yeah,
not
text us 37530.
like where should it be going?
And what can you do? Just wrap it? Like,
Yeah, there's
real
nothing
tight?
you can do. For
Because like when you
broken
break a
ribs.
toe, they say you can't really do anything for a broken toe. Is it the same thing with ribs?
But what I'm fearing is that there's maybe fluid or something in there now because I'm having a difficult time breathing. So
This does not sound good, Ryan.
No.
We don't sound like sane people if we're going to sit here and say, wow, Ryan's having a hard time breathing and his ribs are broken. But I guess we'll just move on to the next segment. It sounds like you need to go somewhere like now. Remember that time I left the show because I thought I was having a heart attack? It's like, you need to go
I got a
to
pretty
some
high
doctor
threshold.
right now. Who can text us at 37530 when you found out you cracked your ribs and now you feel like you can't breathe? That sounds like you should leave work.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Not
sound
feeling too
sane
good.
for us to be like, well, I guess we have a TPS report due in 30 minutes. Let's go to the meeting.
Right.
See what I mean?
I can't laugh. If I laugh, it just like, oh my God, it goes from like an 8 to a 10. You just can't.
Well,
you
thank
can't
God
laugh.
you didn't enjoy Special Case Prank Call today. Or some kid have died.
Thank God he did a lame one.
Oh my gosh.
I think you're actually laughing harder now than you did then.
Oh, damn.
Eric, you missed
I
it.
missed it because I'm trying to take calls.
Answer the phone. I said, well, thank God you didn't like Special Case Prank Call
To make
today.
you laugh.
Savages.
Unfortunately, the rest of the city doesn't have broken ribs.
Is that what the doctors?
Most people are saying on text, Ryan Chase, that you need to go to urgent care because ribs affect your lungs and your diaphragm, and you could be in danger. What are you doing
Danger
here?
of what? Like,
I don't know.
Can't kill me.
I'm not a doctor. I don't have an MD after
at
my
first
name.
I had somebody, her name's Lacey, and she's also a nurse, but she just wanted a birthday shout out. Somebody sent me 30 seconds.
Happy birthday, Lacey.
Like,
No help for Ryan's ribs.
I'm like, what about Ryan's ribs? I know it's your birthday, but poor Ryan.
Don't make me
Ryan's ribs sounds like a nice like down home country steakhouse. You can enjoy some biscuits.
Come on,
Ryan's
Dan.
Ribs.
Come on
down to Ryan's Ribs.
Ew.
Need 100%
Gristle.
That
tenderized
sounds
gristle.
so gross. Stop it. please.
People say that quarterbacks play with broken ribs. Yeah, but they're the NFL.
Oh, I've been typing it out all week. Like
they
I
just
never
miss medical.
mentioned it.
They're also athletes.
Yeah.
Right.
Radio hosts.
I'm a beat up old radio guy.
Oh, no.
You can get that audio, right, Sam?
Yeah, say-
Don't.
He said that pretty isolated.
Let me take this line 3. Let me see real quick.
All right, real
Talk
quick.
for 20 seconds.
No,
Let me
just
see if they're
go ahead. Well, the only
For
thing
those just tuning in, let's do reset, Ryan. For those just tuning in, Ryan said that he fell down the stairs in his house and he went to urgent care. And they told him he had 3 cracked ribs, but they did not tell you what to do for the 3 cracked ribs?
No, they said you just got to tough it out, basically. There's nothing they can do
For real.
for cracked
Like,
ribs.
that's the actual thing. Sorry, man. You're going to have to tough
Well,
it
they
out.
didn't say
What?
tough
They
it
say
out.
how
They
long it's going to take for you to not feel this way?
A couple weeks, but I think I did something worse to him.
The line 3 real quick. She's a nurse.
Okay.
What's her name?
I just forgot. So
Oh, hi.
I'm trying to get her
This
on
is
real
why
quick.
this is why
Miss
Ahmad
Nurse.
answers the phones
Yeah.
and not Eric.
I'm trying to do
Hi,
both
welcome
things
to
at
the
once.
Rule and Ryan Show. What's your name?
My name is Chetty. Thank you.
Hi.
Hey.
Thanks for calling in. What's your diagnosis through the radio to a person you came and see?
So I know I have experienced this myself, and just being in the medical field, I was at Andretti's and crashed, at the go-karts, and I broke 4 ribs.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it was hard to breathe at the time. I couldn't even talk because of the pain. There's really not a lot that doctors can do. You can't wrap it because you don't want to restrict the lungs, and you don't want to restrict the breathing. And so with him, maybe, just to know that it's actually didn't puncture something, that would be a good idea to go to the doctor.
But there's nothing else besides that you can do, right?
That's what I figured.
Like just lay down?
No.
People are
Laying
saying take
hurts.
deep breaths so you don't develop pneumonia. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, exactly. He has to keep breathing through the pain so that he doesn't develop pneumonia. Correct.
Okay.
And do you also recommend, so you should not like laugh or nothing, to listen to Kevin's prank call 4 times a day?
Some people are texting that you should go to ER to tell them it's worsening, because just to make sure that everything is fine.
I got
But
more
thank you
laughs
for
there than I
calling.
did in the last couple prank calls.
Okay. We'll just go right through the news. We don't need to make Ryan talk more extra. The
Because we
big
got the-
news is the Astros are playing
Yep.
tonight.
We got the
No,
shootings-
I'm sorry, tomorrow at
tomorrow.
3:45.
Did you break something?
Sorry. I got Astros
tomorrow.
fever already. I'm already missing my
3:45. The Astros will play at Minute Maid.
We got the Shooting Stars. They're here. We want to talk to them. These girls have been they've been doing this for the last 4 years, so all they know is winning.
Winning.
When it comes to the Astros.
They were there
Isn't that awesome?
during
Just know
the not so
winning.
winning years.
Yeah. Now, Richard.
Okay,
now,
we're getting Astros fever. We're getting our Astros fever on next on the Rule and Ryan
and we're
Show.
also going to play the audio of last time I was
Eric.
there at a playoff game.
Oh my God.
It can't be a Friday without drunk Eric reliving Game 6
Drunk
of the
Eric,
World Series.
he's coming back Saturday night at the game.
Stay tuned.
My.
Next on the Rule and Ryan Show.